moves 220. So Shravya's opponent started with 1 second. Where did it go? Okay. E4 by the opponent. Shravya plays normal E5. Opponent plays Queen F3. What is the opponent trying to do when they do stuff like this?
Scholars
Yeah, scholars mate is what they're trying to do. Yeah, got it. So whenever a queen comes out, we have to understand there is a chance of checkmate over here.
Yes, that was
Yeah,
it. I was
so-
about to tell that because I watched in YouTube how to do scholars mate.
So here Shravya just plays knight c6, which is okay because there's no threat yet. Opponent plays bishop to c4. Now let me ask Avantika, what will you play for black, Avantika, if you were black?
Knight G6.
Knight g6.
Sorry, F6.
Knight f6. That's what Shravya also did, which is perfect, right? Because there's a threat of mate. Queen f7 is checkmate.
It's blocking.
Yeah, so this is how scholars mate is tried by a lot of people. Instead of h5, which is a better way to do it, f3 is where they try the mate from, but it's very similar to defend. Just play knight f6 and there's no threat now.
Or you can also push pawn, but
Yeah, so now the other thing we have to understand here is we have defended the mate properly, right? By playing knight f6. Now there's no queen takes pawn, there's no bishop takes pawn, king will take it, there's no problem. So if white wants to try scholars mate, he needs to get rid of this knight. So a lot of players will play g4. The idea being, Varnika, what is the idea of playing g4? What's he trying to do? You need to focus properly. Waiting we'll see later. This is very important. Otherwise, you will get checkmated in 4 moves. What is White's idea? Why did he simply push a pawn? What's he trying to do? Meera, focus please in the class. No? Let me ask Nima. What is he trying
Kick
to
the
do?
knight or use the knight as a bait.
What move is
Or
White
use the
trying to
pawn.
play?
G5.
Yeah, White is threatening to play g5. And if you move the knight, checkmate happens. So in the game, Shravya played pawn d6. Was that a good choice, guys? Is this a good move?
No.
Why not?
Because it blocks the bishop from developing out.
It opens up the other bishop also.
no.
So just because it closes out one bishop, this bishop can still come here. So that's not the reason why it's a bad move. It's a good move. If you consider just bishop coming out, this bishop is coming out, so it's a good move. But no, it is. If there's a reason why it's bad, it cannot be that. What does Parth say?
Because now they can play pawn G5.
Yeah, now g5 comes.
She should have played H6.
Yeah.
But h6 doesn't. See, the thing is, if you play h6, I'll play h4. I'll still play g5 next move. So trying to stop g5 is very difficult. The way to. At the last. But you get a checkmate. I mean, after g5 takes, you can take the rook. Then take the knight. It becomes complicated, but this is kind of okay. But there are better ways to deal with this kind of pawn push idea. That I'll tell you afterwards. So after pawn d6, I mean, this was the position. Now, opponent gets g5, attacking Shravya's knight. Now, if she moves the knight, what will happen? Shravya, what will happen if you move the knight? What will white do?
Queen takes.
Queen takes f7, right? Checkmate. Yeah? Arohi, will it be checkmate if the knight moves? Queen takes pawn. This is what happened in the game. Is it checkmate? Yeah, it's mate, right? Why can't the king take it, Arohi? You said checkmate before even seeing whether king can take it? Wait, we will let her finish. Arav, why can't the king take it?
Because of the bishop.
Yeah, bishop is here. That is why it is checkmate. Right? So, this is what happened in the game. Now, the interesting thing is, after pawn to g5, one second, after pawn to g5, it might seem like position is winning for white because you will lose your knight. If you do move the knight, you get checkmated. But it's still not over. There is still a good move for black to not lose anything. Who can find out the best move for black in this position? It's a tough move, but if Shravya plays that move, she won't lose her knight, she won't get checkmated. Avantika.
I don't know what to lose knights.
You need to save your knight and also save the checkmate. If you have that move, then tell. Your knight is attacked. So you have to find a way to. Can you keep it properly, Nivan?
It's falling on me.
Then keep it separately, no? Then. Okay. You have a move, Avantika?
No.
Because it loses the knight.
But what about queen d7?
I'll just take the knight. You lose the knight for free, for a pawn.
But
So
then you can't check me.
yeah, of course I can't. But you lost a knight.
Oh.
Yes, Parth.
Knight a5.
Knight a5. Interesting. So you're like attacking this bishop. So if I take here, you will take here.
And if they take the pawn, I take the other. That pawn is
Hmm.
bishop.
Okay. That is one weird way to defend. You're like attacking this guy from this side, not connected to that.
You're
which
saying
is
if you
it's
try
doing
to
the
do
job.
checkmate, we'll stop your checkmate.
So it's fine. There's an even better way here for black.
So let me think.
There is who's making noise. There's a much better move here for black. Knight f5 good find by path, well done. But a more logical move. Mira, pay attention please.
Sir,
Yes, Nivan.
pawn d5.
That's just a free pawn. I'll just take. Mira, one thing you can focus here instead of
I
others.
can't see because of him.
He raised his hand now, not before. So you can focus in the class now.
His head is like blocking.
That is now. He said he's blocking, then you can come forward. Nivan was saying pawn to d5. That's just a free pawn. I'll just take it with the pawn. That doesn't stop. I mean, it stops the checkmate, but you lose a pawn for free. Yes, Anvai?
So knight to d4, sir.
Exactly. Knight to d4. If your opponent has brought the queen early, don't waste your time in attacking the queen. This you could do like one move back also. Even before, d6, when your opponent brings out the queen, you have to punish your opponent. How do you punish your opponent? By attacking the queen like endlessly. So that can be done with even bishop g4. Knight d4 is one option.
But that does not stop the knight takes. Oh, but we take it.
No, you can't. What knight takes?
If the pawn takes knight, then we
No,
take it.
queen is hanging, na? So queen has to go. So knight d4 or bishop g4, both moves are good because now queen has no squares on this line. So you can't do this checkmate. Now after queen moves, let's say d1 or d3, you can move your knight. There's no problem now. So that was well done by Anvai, knight d4 and path.
What if
Yeah,
queen goes to g5?
h5.
Yeah,
h5 you lose the queen. Knight will take the queen. This was a
You
good.
don't
Knight
even
was
get
here, na?
anything in back.
So you have to
When
go.
you say, when you put it back.
Oh, then again, after knight moves and again queen h5. Then we can just kick it. That the old fashioned way. And there's no problem. And also this is coming. Knight takes pawn as a fork. Mira, please sit properly. Are you in a class here to learn? Can you keep your. Why are you wearing the glasses here in the class? So please keep it down and focus in the class and sit properly like everybody else. Okay. So let's go back. So in the game, when this knight was here, Shravya, what is the correct move for black after g5?
Bishop.
How do
Oh, bishop or knight? Which square?
it's
Knight to
d4 or
or bishop to g4.
yeah, bishop to g4 will also do the job. But bishop g4 is not great because now queen will move. Now your knight's hanging, and if you move the knight, bishop's hanging. So like your bishop is defended by a feeble knight, which anyway has to move. So bishop g4 we don't want to play. Knight d4 is the correct thing to do, which we can do as fast as possible. Like after we defend the scholar's mate, let's say white does this. Here itself, knight d4. Because if your opponent's queen is out early, you attack the queen. Make the queen go back, and then your position becomes good. Right? So this is what could have happened. Instead, what happened was d6, g5, and knight to d7, and here came checkmate. Let me ask Arohi, how can white finish the game here? Arohi, white to play one more checkmate. What did we discuss?
Did you just say it?
Yes, Abhinav. You had already told me last time. Same question, similar question. Where did the checkmate happen? How can white finish things off in one move?
So what's that
By
smell?
saying that's
In the air freshener? Okay, Avantika is getting impatient. Yeah. Bishop f7 is good, but don't use a bishop. You have better piece. You have bigger piece. Why do you need to use a bishop for these
Sir.
moves? Let her finish. Yeah.
so pretty.
Can. Yeah.
Queen of
Yeah, queen f7. Always use your queen for main things. Don't use the
If
second
it
or
is
third piece.
supporting.
Yeah, this is what happened in the game. It became checkmate. It's kind of like scholar's mate. This is what we call the wayward queen attack. You bring out a queen and then do things. In this case, opponent used the g pawn to help, and that's what got stuck here. She defended the first checkmate threat, but this one she could not defend properly. Now that brings me back to the question: if someone tries this on you, how will you react? If somebody does something similar, I know we have discussed scholars mate so many times in class, but people still fall for it. That's the problem. So after e4, e5, if someone plays queen f3, what will black do? What's the best move for black? Yes, Niva?
Knight c6.
Better move, Shriya?
knight f6.
Yeah, knight f6.
How
Telling, because you're bringing out a piece and stopping any threat. Future threats, current threats, nothing. You're like telling white there can be no threats on the square anymore. What's the queen doing? Nothing. So that is why knight f6 is the best option. The knight is also fine. So the queen will come to h5. Now a lot of people play knight f6. Is knight f6 a good move, Shriya? What do you think?
No, because then yeah, it is a good one.
It's a good move. How many of you are saying it's a bad move? Anybody? Nobody is saying it's bad?
Knight
It is a bad move.
Why?
How?
Because you lose a pawn for free. You're supposed to punish your opponent, not reward him with the pawn.
I thought you were saying bad for white.
No, not bad for him. The move itself. The move is a bad move. That means for black only, na?
I
So,
thought this meant for white.
uh-huh.
Even
So
I
if
thought.
somebody brings out their queen, we should be punishing them, not feeding them a free chocolate. Here, take my e-pawn. The one I mold. Who is going up? Can you sit still, Numan?
Two different things.
Yeah, right. Metaphors new to you, yeah? Not really clear. English hasn't reached that level. Okay. It's okay, you learn it afterwards. It's fine. So that means, what should black do here? Nivan's hand is going up slowly. Sure?
Yes.
Okay, what will you do?
Defend the pawn with knight c6.
Yeah, the pawn is hanging, right? So you bring out the knight. Now white says, I mean business. Avantika will again say, where is business? This is chess game.
Chess games are business.
No, I said like white says, I mean business. Any chess player. But why is white saying I'm business? Because white's about to give checkmate to.
These guys
Yeah.
mean
Okay.
business.
Oh my god. Okay, Vanika came out of nowhere. So, okay, so okay. Shriya is saying G6 is a good move here. How many of you saying G6 is a bad move? Meera is saying just like that. For no reason, na? Because you don't like Shriya.
Because she took her sunglasses off.
Okay, alright. So G6 is the best move here.
Hey.
What happened? What's the problem?
Isn't queen move something better?
Is it good to bring out a queen early, Nivan? Then how is it good to bring out a queen
Like,
and defend?
what about queen f6?
Are you bringing out a queen early? Well, then it's bad for you, na? So if opponent does it, white does the bad thing, why should black also do the bad thing? So that's not the way to defend scholars win. This is the best way. Now don't do it one move before, because then you'll be crying for the next 5 minutes if you do that. Like some people, as soon as the queen comes out, oh, queen has come out, let me kick the queen. Boom. What happens then? Yeah. You lose the pawn, you lose the rook, and you lose that full king side is in ruins after that. So don't play g6 one move back. Play it after you defend e5. So after queen h5, you play knight c6, bishop c4, you play g6. So even if you've seen this 100 times, you will still fall for this. But after two, because you will learn it. You will learn it truly only when it happens on your board. After 2 or 3 games of painful checkmates, then you will start realizing, oh, okay, I should defend.
on my board like 250 times.
Both of you are having a talking competition, yeah? Who should I listen to?
Me.
Okay, fine.
Because I started
Nimar,
first.
you start. I don't agree, but okay, fine, Nimar.
Okay, so I played like some 600, 700 games on my chess.com.
Yes, you have, which is commendable, which is good.
20 or something.
Yeah.
On that,
Huh.
I like 50 are
Scholars mates.
no
Attempts of scholars
no
mates.
computers, and 200 are something related to scholars.
Okay. Everyone tries
So I
scholars meet
have
at some
like-
point in their life.
So
A
I
lot.
have no opponent, me, everything.
Okay.
Like not 200 only.
Okay, got it. Now
Maybe even
let's
400.
ask Shreya. She must have forgotten what she wants to say by now.
No.
Yes.
So the first tournament I ever won, it was like chess tournament. It was
Ah.
in my school. The age group was 7 to 11. So I
Okay.
was playing against 11-year-old in like the finals.
Okay.
And then I just played the scholar set and I won.
Opponent
Yeah.
fell for it. 4
Yeah.
moves. In 4 moves, okay.
Yeah, the one where you put queen.
Okay, alright. Then it's your favorite opening then. The wayward queen attack. So, now we play G6. Yeah? Avantika, what do we play now?
Is it F3?
One sec. G6. Sure.
So we said no.
Okay. Yeah, you were saying asking Shreya?
So yeah, F6. F7.
Which one?
Is it F3 wayward queen attack?
Yeah, queen is going wayward. Whether you're going to F3 or H5, queen is coming out too early. It's going wayward. It's not a good thing. But it's called the wayward queen attack. Now after pawn G6, you might think I've done everything. I've pushed this queen away.
But you fell for the trap.
No, you didn't fall for anything. The queen has to go back. Queen will take the pawn. Then you will be the one crying for next 5 minutes. I will take the queen. Na? So queen has to go back. Now again, don't think that the worst is over. It's still not over. You have to defend one more time. Let's ask Parth. What will you play for black now?
Knight d4.
Excellent. Attack the queen and get checkmated. Boom. You played this so many times. You faced it so many times. Still he's falling for it. You see, it's very tempting to attack the queen. I told you one more time you have to defend. I told you, no, this is defending, huh? This is how you defend. So let's go back. See, it will be very funny if after reaching top 10, you get checkmated on F7. So don't fall for scholars mate in your games. So let's ask Avantika, what will you play for black in your professional opinion?
Don't ask me. F6.
What to F6? Exactly. That's very professional.
I'm so smart.
Yeah, just knight F6 and everything is defended. And now you bring your bishop to G7, castle,
smart.
and everything is
So
perfect.
smart.
And again, you can play knight D4 and punish your opponent a little bit. What happened?
That fly went inside my ear.
It's stuck there forever and never.
Okay, it's in the bathroom.
Sir, you have that bat thingy,
The hit. Oh, the bat. Yeah, I have, but it's not working.
You can just like.
Yeah, that's how you take your full anger out, yeah? No. What? Okay. Alright. So now, after defending scholars meet,
Sir, he's wearing a cataract glasses.
okay, can you keep it down, Meera? I won't even know where you're looking if you wear that. No? Is that why you're wearing it? You thought Meera before coming to class, sir is telling me always focus here, focus here. Let me wear my glasses today, so he won't even see where I'm looking. Okay, now after defending scholars meet, you still have to know a couple of things to get a good position. Number one, start attacking the queen with knight d4 or d6 bishop g4, because you need to make that position bad for white. How do you make it bad? By bringing out
By
your pieces.
punishing that queen for coming out.
No, by bringing out your pieces. You got to bring out your pieces while doing it. Don't attack it like here and there, back and forth. No, you bring out everything, attack the queen. That's one thing. Second, a mistake that a lot of people make after getting here is they bring out the bishop here.
Why?
Like after,
Why though?
why would you bring out the bishop here? That's the most natural square for a bishop. What do you mean, why? Where would you put a bishop, Shreya? That's the most natural square, no?
I wouldn't.
Why
You put it on
is
D6.
it, why is it bad?
No, that I'll tell you. But they asked why would people bring it to C5? Because that's the most natural thing to do. But there's a problem with that in this situation because Parth,
Because then the king is too open. Like we can move it to G7.
so yeah, kind of like that. Because you push the pawn, these dark squares are weak. So if you bring it here, at some point the queen can come here, bishop can come here. It'll be difficult for you to defend these dark squares. That is why instead of C5, G7 is the better place for the bishop. If you've already played G6, because it gives extra support to the dark squares. Now there will be no invasion along dark
But
squares.
won't bishop h6 be better?
Bishop
So
h6.
No, that's a blunder. It's a blunder. Sorry.
Okay. So you play bishop g7, castle, and start attacking the queen. That's the way to get a good position. Yeah. And one more thing is, if you bring it out here, after bishop g5, you already have to deal with the threat. How do you deal with the threat, Niva? What will you play for black?
For black, I will.
You will laugh and then just decide properly, no, Niva. Why are you laughing for no reason? Nivan, there is no funny joke here. I'm just asking what you'll play for black. Why are you laughing?
Why is she acting like she's like what?
Let's first hear from the laughing Buddha first. Yes. What is it? Please tell me.
I can't.
Once you will castle. Nivan, are you sure you want a castle?
No.
Okay, let me ask Avandika. Can you one second. Nivan castles. How will you make him cry? What will you do, Avandika? Without violence. Not just chessboard violence. What do we do here for white?
What do you mean without what? Violence.
Don't make him cry by, hitting him and all. Just tell me what move you will play here. Avandika sir, a very long, hard look.
That's a bad move.
Don't disturb her. Okay. Queen f6, yeah. Queen f6, good. Sri has an objection, is it? What is it?
No.
You want to play queen f6 or?
I have an objection.
1 second.
Bishop
Yeah, both are good.
Bishop
Yeah?
f6.
Fine. Bishop f6 or queen f6.
So
It's a
can I
free
tell
kick.
you my move?
Yes, what is your move?
So,
You will fall down, Nivan, you're going. Yes,
so before castling.
before castling. Who's talking? Silence, please. Before castling.
Bishop
Yeah, Nivan should have played.
E7.
Exactly. Bishop e7 is kind of forced here. You have to play it. You have to understand the threat, na? The threat was this. So you have to defend it. So this will not be required if the bishop had already come here. Then if white plays bishop g5, you can just castle or kick the bishop. So that's why the bishop is useful here and not here. Now we'll start our game.